Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, what if I told you guys that Perfect World Games, the developers of One Punch Man World, already had their entire game at their disposal? Yes, you heard me right, their entire game. So Season 1 is completely finished. They're all the way up to the Boros fight, right? What if I told you guys that? And what if I told you that it's possible that it's true? Pretty big chance. Now, I wouldn't like to jump the gun here, but I've seen a lot of evidence that I'm just going to show to you guys that really shows me that this has been walked over and they have kind of went over the story already, which seems really impressive considering, oh, City J takes so long to make, whatever, yeah. Maybe it did, but it's already finished development now, right? It's completely done, and it was completely done a while ago, in fact. They made a bunch of promotional material and such, and that kind of stuff. So it's already kind of fully set in stone, basically. I don't know what they're not doing right now, because they can fully just tease the update. They can hype up the update a little bit, but the social media team isn't doing that. Probably has to do with the recent firing. There's just been a lot of miscommunication and a really slow startup for the social media team ever since that happened. But yeah, let's jump right into this video. So basically, this video is inspired by Rirukoi's videos. This guy goes in depth. He's in depth, and he's an absolute legend. He got to this way earlier than I did, and he talks about the data mines. He gets stuff, and I'm not going to question his sources, but I'd really like to know where he gets all that kind of information from, because I saw this guy on like Chinese YouTube, this, that, the other, trying to like scouring the internet, and he's found a lot of valuable stuff. So I'd like to bring those to the table. His channel's linked in the bio. Give credits to him where it's due. Don't want to steal anybody's content or their work. So yeah, it does look pretty bright for One Punch Man, and a lot of people, they really just wanted to leave. They wanted to do this. They were saying they're quitting. They're doing this, that, the other, and yeah, they're just kind of wanting to leave, and they're complaining that the game doesn't have much content, which I guess it doesn't. But Perfect World Games is playing the long game right now. They're just hanging on to these, and I don't know if they should have done that, because yes, I get it, you have to take it slow because you really got through development. I think they're doing it before 2021, and they're just, you know, developing their game and whatnot, so they had a lot of years to work on it already, right? So there'd be no question to if they'd be working right now on Deep Sea King. It's already finished 100%, but I think to retain players, they should have dropped an update, like a massive one, slightly earlier, or maybe beginning of May even, because like a lot of people are just really giving up, and the community was thriving once the game was starting up, right? And they'd established something good, but then a lot of people just left. There was some diehard guys that left, there's some casual guys that left, and it really kind of like, it feels bad, because I really do love this game. I think this game is very well built, combat's great, characters look great, everything about this is a great adaptation to the anime. So I'd love to see more cutscenes in City J, right? So I don't know why they didn't drop it or tease it or even hype it up or anything, because a lot of people, they're leaving, and I don't know if they're going to get the message that City J is out and they're never going to come back, because, well, the content creators have left too, right? Obviously content creators are going to catch on, but they already left the game. You really think they're going to come back? No, right? And One Punch Man is a great IP, but the anime has been inactive for a couple of years, right? And with the rise of Season 3, they tried to capitalize off the trailer, right? Which it kind of helped. Kind of helped them, kind of didn't. But I would love to see them complete Season 1 and Season 2, renew their servers, and then get onto Season 3 content, and just go full steam ahead with that, and just kind of jump onto like the hype train of One Punch Man Season 3, and be like the main One Punch Man video game, you know, up until the very end, right? I'd love to say that, but we only have like, what, not even chapter 8 out of 12. We're on chapter 7 right now, so that's like 7 out of 12. We're done the main story, right? So yeah, there is a lot of ways to go, and we haven't really been getting much content past Deep Sea King other than Boros leaks, but I'd like to get into this. So without further ado, let's talk about our first image. Okay, our first image showcases 6 heroes, one in the top that I don't quite know who it is. It's probably Saitama, if I do say so myself. And it is a cropped image, so it is kind of edited out. There's no background or anything, but it looks pretty solid. It is really low quality for its resolution. It has Snek in the top right, Atomic Samurai right below him. To the left, there's Metal Bat. To the left of Metal Bat, there is Flashy Flash. Then we have Golden Ball, then Watchdog Man. Wow. You know what? That's pretty cool. There's a lot of characters here that are brand new, right? If they're in the game right now, we would definitely pull for them, right? Because they're really good characters. We have Flashy Flash, Metal Bat, and Watchdog Man. These characters are very, very solid characters. They raise a lot of interest in the community, especially Metal Bat and Flashy Flash. But yeah, so this basically confirms, if this image is real, basically confirms that they are coming to the game, which we already knew they were coming to the game from the data mines and everything. But this just puts the nail in the coffin. This shows us that, you know, they're coming out. And I really like the in-game art here. They kind of, you know, it's like One Punch Man-esque, and I'm definitely going to see these character icons in the game, because I can confirm this could be true, because Snek here, that pose that he has is a pose in the game, right? Where it is one of his icons. So I do believe that these guys are coming out, and these are real. These are real. So you can expect to see these in the game, which is really cool. Now moving on. I don't know where they got this image from, but it is a very horrible quality picture of Darkshine. I want to see Darkshine as well. He is really cool. I don't want to say what I want to say about him, but he's really cool. He's a really cool character. I'd love to see his combat style, because we haven't really seen him fight much in the anime. Same with Watchdog Man. So I'd love to see what they do to kind of animate them and their attacks in the game, because they haven't had much runtime in the anime, right? You don't really know how they attack, how they fight, and I'd love to see how they fight in the animated and like their ultimate cutscenes in the game, which would be really, really cool. Now moving on, this is from the One Punch Man website. This is the Dream World fight. So as you can see, there is Atomic Samurai, there's Lightning Max, there's Saitama Dream World right there, and in the top, who do you see? Flashy Flash. Now, Dream World is one of the first bosses you get to fight in the game. Saitama Dream World is one of the first people you get to play as in the game. Lightning Max, for one of like the default characters you unlock in the game. Atomic Samurai came out relatively early for a limited banner. These guys are all early characters, right? What does this tell me? Maybe Flashy Flash will come soon. Maybe like after City J's died down, they add what, Metal Bat, Flashy Flash, whatever, in 1 month. 2 very, very solid characters. And then, what do? They whip open a new chapter right there. And this holds over the players a lot, because Flashy Flash and Metal Bat are very, very solid in terms of like characters, and people really like them. Fans really love them. I really love them personally. And I'm free to play, right? I keep saying this, but I'm free to play. If I don't have enough silver to get these 2, I might dish out a couple bucks to help me out here. I'm gonna be honest. I want to support this game any way I can, and right now, without compromising my free-to-play status, I make YouTube videos for this. But yeah, I definitely really like these characters. I want to see how they play. I want them to be really good. I want them to be overpowered, and I want to get them, right? So now this image, this is Boros. This is from a clip with when he fights Saitama from Re-Record's video. Again, link in the description for his channel. It is a 3D model. He looks kind of goofy. Like, there was a dark blue version of him. He looks pretty goofy. I don't know. Like, his body's not as sharp as it is in the anime. But that's fine. If people really love Boros, people will love this model of Boros. And yeah, it's cool to see Boros in the anime. And a lot of people are really hyped over him. I don't really understand it. His earrings are a little weird. And he has one eye. And he looks a little goofy. And just a little strange. Doesn't really fit into the One Punch Man anime, in my opinion. Of course, Boros is definitely a loved character in this community, but a lot of people are really gassing him up, really hyping him up. So I'd love to see the fights, the animations between Saitama, fighting him, and see if he eventually becomes a playable character, which would sound really cool. So now we have this image, which is Deep Sea King. Deep Sea King is a character in the One Punch Man anime, and he's very pivotal. Everybody knows who Deep Sea King is at this point. He's really, really cool. I really like the weather for this. I really like the art. You have Prisoner Sonic top right, you have Lightning Max at the very bottom, and you also have, what's his face, Puri at the left, right? And these are all characters that were shown in the anime, so we might see 3 of them in a cutscene, which sounds really cool. And you obviously have the City J environment, so this is probably one of the battle maps, just a rainy city, you know, and then there's a long road where you fight Deep Sea King, which sounds pretty cool. It is pretty cool, and I don't know if monsters are normally playable characters, because a lot of people have been really hyping up, oh, I want Deep Sea King as the first playable monster, yada yada yada, right? I don't know if they do that. I'm not quite sure, but it seems like people are really on board for the idea, and it seems like people believe that's gonna happen. So, you know, I'll just jump right on with them. Maybe he comes to be a playable character, and that would be really, really dope if it happened. So now we have another image. Third to last image, we have Carnage Kabuto breaking in the wall. I assume this is Genos's lab. I don't know why he's breaking back in, but you see Sneck to the right, Metal Bat, Puri, and then Zombie Man. So Zombie Man wasn't even released, wasn't even playable in the beta, so he's kind of on the same level there as Metal Bat, right? They didn't know which one's going to come out, but they put Zombie Man in. Now Metal Bat, oh my gosh, dude, I want to see this guy so bad in the game. Sneck wasn't announced in the beta either, I don't think. Neither was Puri, if I think. So these guys are all really unconfirmed, so I'm glad they all got released except for Metal Bat. I want to see Metal Bat, right? So I think how it's going to work is City J, right? Filler banner for that month, whatever. June, we get Arms Genos, Metal Bat, then next one's a filler, then we get Flashy Flash, and then like Isamu, then filler, then Watchdog Man, and etc, right? So I think we have some pretty good characters for that. Now moving on to this one, the second to last, we have the Saitama, a broken Moomin Rider's bike, an intersection, and he is in his what do you call it, moisturized form. So Saitama is going to be fighting Deep Sea King, guaranteed, of course, in a one-on-one, like where you just block the guy maybe, which seems really cool. I do really like the Deep Sea King. I think he's a really, really cool character. But I really do love to see that he's having 2 forms here, kind of like Carnage Kabuto having his normal mode and then his Carnage mode. So that is really, really nice to see. There's not really too much to be taken away here. Maybe Moomin Rider fights Deep Sea King, and we have a fight in the story as well, like that. But there's a lot of fights that you can have, really. Like you can, I'm assuming Seafolk is going to be a commission, so you'll have Stinger fighting the Seafolk, and then maybe Sonic fighting Deep Sea King, Puri fighting Deep Sea King. I'm not sure Lightning Max would, because he didn't really put up a fight. Maybe Moomin Rider, or maybe it's just a cutscene of Moomin Rider getting beat up, and then Saitama obviously fighting Deep Sea King, and then the arc ends. Or we could have Genos. I think we're gonna have Arms Genos fighting Deep Sea King as well, which is really cool. So now, final image, we have this one. This one is Christmas with Child Emperor, and also Halloween for Watchdog Man and Zombie Man. So what this means, probably, you know, Zombie Man, zombies, Halloween. Watchdog Man, costume, so he's in October, right? And as you all know, we get 2 characters per 2 months. So in 1 month we get 2 characters, and then we have a waiting month. I don't know why they do that, but they do that. So yeah, and then for Christmas we see Child Emperor here as well. So he might be released then, but that's kind of like a full year cycle, because they started the game at January 31, and I don't really play gacha games, for example, but I think that servers only last a year from what I've heard. So this is just right around, right? This is like the final stretch for Christmas. There's Child Emperor. He might be one of the last characters released, and then if they do well, if they plan it out well, if they pan it out well, then they can renew their servers. have an anniversary, right? Garo gets released, season 2 gets released, everything comes out, boom. Then we have a whole new revelation there. Or we could just have Garo and that kind of stuff come out as well before the One Punch Man season 3, because season 3 might come out pretty early, who knows? But so they might have to speed this up, and that means more updates because they are in full control of the updates. They don't even have to develop anymore. So yeah, we might be seeing a lot of new characters. Not to mention, you can also see Pig God in the game. So we might get Pig God eventually, kind of in the mix here. He's not a very popular character at all, and he's kind of fat, so nobody really likes him, and he looks goofy. But I would love to see a Pig God character and how he would play out, because he is massive in the game, or he's pretty massive, right? And there's references to Pig God as well in this the HQ. If you didn't notice, there's this one dialogue thing that says there's a dent in the chair because he's so fat. And you can also see him eating ramen. Of course you can. So yeah, I would love to see a Pig God character as well. He might be coming. Basically, any character that was like mentioned in the game is coming. So Darkshine was mentioned in the game. Flashy Flash was mentioned as well. Metal Bat has a model in game. Pig God has a model in game. Child Emperor has nothing so far, so he might be coming later. But he kind of has a model at the very end of the draw cutscene. But most of all, dude, I need to have a king. I need to have a king character playable. I will dish out $30, $40, $50, anything for king. All right, I'm not a very liquid guy right now, but anything for king. King is literally the best. My channel's literally named King, right? We need king, or else something bad is going to happen. And what is that going to be? I'm going to quit. I'm going to drop the game. We need a playable king character. Of course, he's going to be nerfed. No time stop, no this. But I would love to see his super burst wave, motion wave cannon, purgatory, hellfire, thingamabobber back in the game. Because in beta, we saw that, right? And he looked really cool. But then they made him look kind of goofy with his megaphone and whatnot after the game released. And then they reworked him so he didn't have an energy shield afterwards. So I don't know why they're making those tweaks. Maybe they're trying to like experiment with stuff. But I do believe King will come to this game, and I hope he does. But yeah, I'll just leave it on that note. I'll leave it up to you guys, what you guys will think would happen. You guys can share your thoughts, opinions, and comments down below. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody.